Yeah. Way up.
Way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine is here from the Jasmine
I'm
brand.
not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Hey.
And New Mano.
Yeah. Back at it.
Mano's in the building. It is crazy in here before these mics come on.
I know.
Yeah, we off to a bad start.
It's uncensored.
Yeah.
Very, very bad start.
No, we are not off to
I'm
a
on
bad
defense.
start.
I'm letting y'all know.
I know you are. You hate
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's hope Sham don't come up here. Passing the shank.
What'd you say? Shawshank Redemption?
Yo, this is crazy. That was
For
wild.
context, Angela, can you explain what the joke?
You got to look at Mano's page.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Is it a Tell Us a Secret happening today? Yes, it's Wednesday. Tell Us a Secret.
Yeah.
That's why Mano wasn't here yesterday, but he's here today. All right.
I've been here on Tuesday.
Also, Teri Ijeoma is going to be joining us because it's also a Wealth Wednesday. And she is the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel. She was able to quit her job just because she was trading stocks. Not investing in the stock market long term, but trading. So daily figuring out what she needed to make in order to not have to be in an office anymore.
Wow.
Right.
And so that's an interesting thing if you're all interested in learning how to do that. All right. But, of course, we got to start it off with Shine a Light on them. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up right now. Anybody you want to show some love to, anybody you want to shine a light on, we'd love to hear from you. 800-292-5150. Shine a light on them. When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here from the Jasmine brand.
Good morning, Angela.
And Mano is in the building.
New Mano.
New Mano.
Good
is
morning,
here.
Mano.
And
Good morning, Jasmine.
It is time to shine a light. I just want to make sure. Did y'all want to shine a light on anybody?
No, I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, I don't want to shine light on nobody.
Mano's
today.
feeling away right now,
Yeah.
it seems like.
What's the matter?
We'll talk about it later. Let's shine a
we'll
light.
talk about it later. All right, so I do want to shine a light on my guy, Jamie Hector. Jamie, we're going to talk about this in About Last Night, but yesterday he has this organization. It's called Moving Mountains.
Right.
And the students in this organization, they're from age 6 to 21. They actually help them with acting, with dancing, choreography, singing, all of that. These are talented youth who, in this program, which is free for them, a lot of them have gone on to be in productions, to be on TV, to be in movies. Jamie Hector played Marlo.
I know exactly who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, on The Wire. And
Yeah.
so just him like donating his time, donating everything, the space for these people to learn, the
That's
instructors, all of that. And then we got to see some of the students, and we'll talk about it more later. But
Right.
shout
He's
out
been
to,
doing this for years, right?
it's 15 years.
Wow.
He's a good guy, man. But
He's the nicest person.
But my problem is every time I see him, I want him to be Marlo.
No.
He's not Marlo.
Yeah,
so
it's like
nice.
I'm like, what up? Like my name is my name. Like,
Instead, he's like, hello, Mino, how are you?
yeah, it's like it's crazy to
God
me.
bless my brother. All right, well, let's see who you guys want to shine a light on. 800-292-5150. Ty from Jacksonville, who you want to shine a light on?
You know what? I want to shine a light on myself. I'm a retired Navy vet, and I opened a sports bar and grill during COVID 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And
Tough times.
Yes, I teach handicapped kids. I give so much back to the community. And you just will be amazed on how many haters that you have. And it's sad because I feed the community. I feed the homeless. I don't have any children. I give all myself to everybody. And it's just disgusting on how we treat each other as black people and black businesses.
You know, and that's why you got to be the change that you want to see. You got to make sure that you
Right,
go out of
yes,
your way
ma'am.
to support other people because you know what you've been through. But don't ever let
Yes,
that deter
ma'am.
you. You got to keep doing God's work.
Yes, ma'am. And I love you to death. And congratulations on your new show.
Thank you. And congratulations to you, too. I'm going to come see you when I'm in
Yes.
Jacksonville.
Okay, it's called Eva's 1925 Sports Bar and Grill. We're 5 minutes from the stadium.
Oh, that's
And it's
great.
named after my grandmother.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because I'm a retired Navy chef.
Okay, I think I found
I
it
love
already. I
cooking.
found it already. Y'all got some good Google.
you.
You got good reviews. 4.5 stars.
Yes,
I see
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
Definitely seems like a
Thank
place
you.
I want to go. Eva's 1925 Bar
Yes.
and Grill Sports Bar.
In Jacksonville.
I can't wait. I'm definitely coming to see you when I'm there. I love Jacksonville.
Okay. Thank you so, sweetie. And continue your great work, because I'm all about self-love and having great power and sharing our wealth.
Well, thank you.
Even if it ain't nothing but knowledge.
And shout out to the East Side. I see that's where you from.
Yes, baby. Yes, baby.
All right, y'all go and
y'all
support.
have a great one.
Y'all go and
You
support
too.
in Jacksonville. All right, thank you so much. Stay blessed. Hey, Smoke, how you doing?
Yo, what's good, Miss Yee? You?
What's good? You want to shine a light on?
Yo, Miss Yee, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna shine a light on you because you hooked me up.
What happened?
All right, back in the days when you was on the other station, it was 11:11:11, and you allowed me to propose to my wife on the radio.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Someone proposed. I remember that. How's it going?
Wow.
It's going real good. We've been together for 20 years, and on June 29th, we're going to be celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary.
That is so amazing. That makes me feel so good.
So it's definitely a blessing, and I just want to thank you for doing that for me.
Oh my
and I
gosh!
hope you continue your success.
Can you send me a picture of you guys?
I could definitely do it. Yo, with when I did it last time, I hit you up on Twitter and I showed you the ring and all of that stuff. But Twitter almost got me divorced, so I had to close my Twitter. But my wife got it on Facebook, so I'm sure that
It feels like you almost. Okay, don't blame it on an app. Okay.
No, we don't blame that on Twitter. We don't blame that on Twitter. You know how much it's his fault.
All right. Well,
You know
thank
what
you.
I'm
I
saying?
can't wait to see.
Thank you very much, Angela. Like I said, much continued success to you. Much love to you guys up there.
Thank
Congratulations.
You too. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great day,
You
guys.
too. That was Shine a Light on them. 800-292-5150. Just in case you couldn't get through, we'll still listen for last words so you can shine a light on whoever you want. And when we come back, we have Yee T. We'll talk about Tory Lanez. Now, he was supposed to be in court getting sentenced yesterday. We'll tell you what happened. Another delay. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. New Mano!
Yeah.
Also, Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Hey.
And it's time for y'all Yee Tea.
Yee tea.
All right, Tory Lanez, we were following this yesterday. He was due in court to get sentenced, but it looks like he's managed to delay that. And prosecutors, like we said yesterday, are asking for 13 years for him. But now he'll be back in court August 7th. That's the new date of his
13
sentencing.
years is a bit excessive.
Oh, here we go, Mano.
Where are we going?
Free Tory. Tory didn't do it.
13 is about up his alley. You
Well,
think?
what's appropriate time for shooting
I
somebody
mean,
in the foot?
And shooting somebody in the foot, maybe 2-3 years.
For a foot?
Yeah.
Allegedly? For
Let me
allegedly
say,
shooting her in the foot?
right,
Well,
because
he was
13 years.
convicted in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion.
Right,
Okay.
but you can get that for manslaughter.
You think Tory Lanez handled this right afterward, too,
I'm
with
not-
a lot of
I'm
things
not-
that happened? Because I think they take all of that into
I
consideration.
think y'all think that I'm pro-Tory.
You
I'm
100% are.
No, I'm pro-black men don't deserve to be in
I'm-
prison for the rest of their life. That's what I'm
Well, 13 years is not prison for a life. But I'm
That's a
pro.
lot.
I'm pro. Let's not shoot allegedly black women, and let's not abuse allegedly black women. That's what I'm for.
Right, but I'm for get the time that you should get, not excessive time for like a shooting.
So 2
shooting
years?
in the foot. Let me say, shooting in the foot is merely assault. That's what that is. In New York State, that's assault.
She wasn't in New York.
But I'm just saying that's really just assault. So what I'm saying is you can get 2, 3, 4 years for that.
So-
13 years to me is a bit excessive.
So how you want 2 years? Tory should get 2 years for allegedly shooting her in the foot.
I'm not saying what he should get, but what I'm saying is
You feel like this is 13 years would be excessive.
is a bit because
well, okay, this is what
13
prosecutors are asking for,
Right.
so we don't know
We
what's
don't know,
going to
right.
happen.
He hasn't
yet.
gotten sentenced yet.
Yeah, he has not gotten sentenced yet. So the prosecutor's job is to give you what they
of
feel
course, but that's a bit much.
like. All right,
But
well,
you don't have a number in mind.
August 7th
I
is the
just
date
gave
that
you
we're
the
going to
number,
find
but I
out,
just told you-
guys.
I just told you, I just gave you the number.
2?
Between 2 to 3, maybe 4 years, I think is.
2 to 4. All right.
You know what I mean?
But I'm sure for Megan Thee Stallion on her behalf that she is relieved that this whole. She probably is like, can we just get this over with? I'm sure she's been going through a lot of trauma from this.
She
People
has.
still didn't
Nah,
act like.
no, she over here acting like he should get 25 life.
I never said
No,
that.
but you just whispered 25.
You a lie.
No,
You don't, man, no, don't do that.
you a lie.
There's no whispering on the mic. 25.
No, I did
About
not.
to pass Jasmine a shame, okay?
I'm about to get this
Mess around.
dude
All
on
right.
his side.
Now, DC Young Fly, his partner Jackie O, who recently passed, afterwards, her cosmetics line is seeing a huge spike in sales, and they're saying that her young daughter is the person that could eventually take over the brand. So her brand is called J Nova Collection, and it's being flooded with orders, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
The company received over 2,000 orders since she passed away 2 weeks ago. There's lip liners, lip gloss, eyelashes. Those are the most popular products there. So the brand is named after Nova, who is their first daughter, and the plan is to keep the business running and make her the face of the brand. So J Nova Collection.
That's good.
In case you haven't bought any,
I'm on the website now. It is these glosses are reasonably priced. They're only like no more than $20.
I'm gonna get some Britney and some
support.
cherry
Get you some
bomb.
gloss.
These are pretty colors.
They are.
All right, now
glossed up.
DJ Drama. We've been talking about this situation where 3 masked men claim that they got his chains from him in Toronto. They also shouted out They also shouted out Drake when that happened.
Oh no.
And so now the rumor is that Drama's chains are on the way back to him. And Academics posted that DJ Drama's chains are on the way back and that he paid $120,000 for the chain back. That's a good deal.
Oh.
Someone said that on social media. But Generation Now, which is Drama's label, and Lake Sheezy, they posted that was cap, and they did the LOL. So I guess their reaction is that it's not true, but Drama has not spoken on this yet. So
I know. I was just on his Instagram. Like, is he saying anything?
He hasn't said anything yet.
Well, if they did pay it, they're not going to say that they did.
Right.
Would you pay for your chains back,
Never.
Mano?
Keep it.
Has anybody ever tried to snatch your chain?
Yeah. Last time that happened.
Oh,
okay.
We saw that.
We saw that happen. We saw
No,
that.
Okay.
No.
We didn't?
I didn't see that.
Oh, you saw him touch the chain.
No. When that happened, the dude got shot with his own
Yeah.
Okay.
gun.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, well, that is your Yee Tea. And we have About Last Night when we come back, where we talk about what we did last night. And me and Jasmine did some real positive, amazing things last night that we cannot wait to discuss. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Good morning, Angela and Mano.
And Vibe with me, Mano is here.
Yes, a lot of energy in this.
I feel like Mano must have gotten some sleep last night.
Not that much.
He's very feisty.
Yeah, you're very
for a
feisty.
No,
Wednesday.
y'all attacking me.
I feel like we have to shoot him with a tranquilizer. It's too much.
Still shooting, huh?
Shoot the tranquilizer on the ground and then let it hit your foot.
And how much time should you get?
Yeah. 2 years if you're asking Mano.
All right,
my God,
now
this is
last night, Jasmine and I were at the Moving Mountains Foundation, Moving Mountains for the Arts, and that was founded by actor, director Jamie Hector. You know him from Bosch. You know him as
Marlo.
Yeah, that's how
What
you
I know him from.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Yes, he was actually one of my favorite characters ever on The Wire. Obviously, there was Whit Harris, there was Idris Elba. And you know who else was there? Benga Akinabe. He played Chris on The Wire.
He played a crazy character, too.
And he didn't talk much, but he definitely was killing
about
people.
that action.
He was.
And by the way, I just want to put this out here. Benga is the reason why I even bought my first house ever.
Yeah, you told
Brooklyn.
that story before. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking for my first ever brownstone, and I ran into him, and he had just closed on his that day. I was at this restaurant called Peaches in Brooklyn.
Love
That's right.
Peaches.
And Benga was there, and he was like, where are you coming from? And I was like, I was just looking at this house. And he was like, I've seen every house in Bed-Stuy. Which house is it? And I told him, and he hadn't seen that one because it wasn't on the market yet. And he was like, call your realtor right now. Tell her you want it. And that's how I ended up listening, because I believe in signs and things happen for a reason.
That's right.
He got you in the real estate game.
Yeah, he did. So shout, and he actually, besides just acting, because you know he's on, is it Power Book 2? Is that the one? I always get the numbers confused. But the one with Michael Rainey Jr.
Right.
Yeah. He's on that too. Yeah.
Ghost.
So he also, by the way, designs furniture. So,
I didn't
Really?
know that until you mentioned it last night.
yeah. So, and his furniture looks amazing. So y'all should check that out too. But anyway, shout out to Jamie Hector and Moving Mountains. I actually hosted with Jamie yesterday, and they were honoring John Starks, who's also a legend.
Oh, wow.
So John Starks was there. You should have been there, Mano. You could get honored at some point.
Yeah, invite me.
But But when I tell you it was an amazing room, and one of my favorite things is when you go to events like this and you get to see the impact that it makes in a community.
Right.
Because
Right.
I was in a program growing up in New York called Prep for Prep. That was an educational program. Moving Mountains is for the arts, but there's all kinds of studies that show when you introduce the youth to the arts at a young age, how much they benefit from that in the
Indeed.
future.
Indeed.
And so when I tell you it started with these young girls, they were doing their choreography, amazing. And then we got to see acting, we got to hear singing.
It was a well-versed presentation in terms of like what they did.
So you get to see where 100% of the proceeds from Moving Mountains go, and you get to see the students that actually benefit from these donations. And so I like things like that.
That's good.
Pastor Dr. A.R. Bernard was there and he spoke, and actually donated. How much did he donate last night?
$20,000. Yeah.
You know, last night just for that. And so he just wants to make sure that they actually have a home for Moving Mountains that's permanent.
Right.
Because there's a lot of different spaces that they've been fortunate enough to work out of, but it would be great for them to have a permanent home for these students to learn. And Jamie is very hands-on. All the students
Very.
know him. He's like a mentor to them.
You could see him when he was in the crowd when they were on stage performing. You could see like he is cheering them on, and after they were done, they come out and give him a hug. You could see that he has a relationship with all these students.
Nice.
Right.
That's dope.
So there's maybe some things that, we could do with Moving Mountains too. Because
Yeah, I want to come help out.
Yeah, I think that would be good. So I was going to do some podcast classes.
Oh, dope.
And help them learn about that. But Mano, I think you would be really good.
Performing.
Some innovation.
Some innovation.
Okay. No,
would
you
be nice.
can't get some guidance with performing and stuff?
Yeah,
I
but
think so.
innovation.
And
is
writing.
Really,
I think you could be
Writing,
good at
yeah.
with writing, with helping them learn about that.
Some life.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, listen, we're all committed. But again, if you guys wanted to learn more about that, the website is movingmountainsnyc.org. I actually donated last night, too.
Really?
Even though, yes, I donate my time, but I also donate money because I know how important capital is when you're trying to get things
right.
going.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
All right. Well, that was our About Last Night. And when we come back, we got to switch gears a little. Tell us a secret.
Oh, your voice went all the way up. All the
Look
way
at
up.
Mano. Mano cannot wait.
I mean, listen, I don't think the people can wait. I think the people can't wait to tell us their deepest, darkest secrets.
800-292-5150. Y'all be so mad because I don't judge anybody and tell us a secret, because that is the point.
Right.
Things
And I'm
change,
gonna
huh?
give you guys some background on why I am that way. But 800-292-5150. Tell us a secret. Keep it juicy. Maybe you have a secret about Mano. We're here for it. It's way up. with
We don't
Angela
want
Yee.
those.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Hello, it is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for Tell Us a Secret. I have Jasmine from the Jasmine brand here.
Hello.
And I have Mano here.
Very bloody bloke.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
But it is time for Tell Us a Secret. This
Okay.
is where you get to call in and anonymously tell us what you got going on, and we are not going to judge you. And I mean that.
Okay.
I don't care
I'm
if
not-
somebody's
you're not
eating
speaking for
Cheez-Its
me.
all in the mic or not.
You're not speaking for me, right?
Are you eating Cheez-Its in the mic?
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, then yes.
These cheeses in the morning is really not good. Like, why? Like,
We need a Cheez-It sponsorship.
no, like, for
How
real.
come I didn't get any Cheez-Its?
No, this is wild. This is crazy.
Because you ate muffins.
And
the
I
muffin
shared.
wasn't even good.
I shared it.
was a
I shared
bad
it with
muffin.
Mano.
It was
Mano
smack-
killed
How
it.
come I didn't get any muffins?
It was a
I asked you,
bad
did you want
muffin.
some?
All right, well, how about this? Let's do Tell Us a Secret, all
Okay.
right? 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up anonymously. That means we're not going to ask you your name, and also we're not going to judge you. Hello, anonymous caller. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You want to tell us a secret?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay.
All right, I've been working for my job for about 7 years now. Then, about 2 years in, my owner's wife started texting me. 2 years after that, we started kind of,
Well, how
doing
did she
the
get
dope
your
thing.
number to start texting you?
Because I work, her husband is the owner of the company I work for.
Okay, so she had your number because her husband is
Because
a...
my dad died. Yeah, my dad died and she texted me condolences.
Oh, that's how it started.
That's
Okay.
how it started. And then what happened? What'd you say?
I said thank you, and then we just started a long conversation, and 2 years later, we started messing around.
Y'all still messing around?
Yeah.
Nice.
So here's the kicker, Mano. Here's
Yo.
the kicker.
Uh-oh, God.
That's
You're
who?
such a Mano now.
That's
So
you,
2
Jay?
years after that. So
2
it's been 2 years to this day, right?
Uh-huh.
I just found out last week her husband is doing the same thing I'm doing.
With who?
Wow.
With your girl?
No, with somebody else in the office.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. She,
So I
that
don't know
thing
whether
is
to
a
keep
mess.
going. Yeah. So I don't know whether to keep going or tell her or stop. Or
You
like,
should keep
Well,
going
hold
though.
on, hold
You should
on.
keep
He thinking
going.
about snitching.
Yeah, you
Should-
thinking
no,
about telling.
don't you tell? Don't you
Mano's
tell,
gonna
bro.
always tell you don't snitch.
Don't tell.
Mano, you don't think
I
he should
would
snitch?
say a couple of things
Why
though.
would he
She
snitch?
probably knows because a lot of times people do know what's going on. So
You're right.
and
That's
maybe they
why
have
she
an
probably-
open relationship. But do you really like her?
I kind of do.
Oh,
See, that's what it is.
Yeah, keep doing it, bro. Something about
My man.
doing that is.
do you
really
want to?
cool.
Would you like to ever be in a relationship with her, or you want to just keep it sexual?
I don't know. She's older than me.
Keep it sexual. Keep it sexual,
He's
bro.
turned out,
She's
baby.
sexual. My man.
You turned out.
Live your life, man.
All right. I appreciate y'all, man.
Congratulations.
Is he legend, Mano?
He's getting there. He can be. He can
Okay.
strive to
He's got a
legendary
bronze
status.
medal.
You know what I mean?
All right. Thank you for
Good
sharing.
luck.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on? You want to tell us a secret?
Yeah, so I've been keeping a secret from my girlfriend. I've been secretly sleeping with her sister for about a year now, and just didn't know how to tell her.
You've been sleeping with your girlfriend's sister. How close are they to each other?
Close a little bit, 50-50.
Close a little bit.
What is-
So they're not like super tight, but
Do you want to tell?
Yeah.
Did you want to tell your girlfriend what you've been doing, or no?
I do, but I'm just kind of scared she might leave me, but I think I should tell her because,
I wouldn't tell, bro.
No,
I would not tell because the thing is, the sister that you're sleeping with is probably jealous of your girlfriend.
Her sister, her own sister.
Right, yeah. So there's probably like some sibling rivalry there.
So what do you think I should do?
Keep
Well,
doing
no,
it, but don't
no,
tell.
This is not asking.
yeah, it's not
No,
asking.
don't. No, he
He's
want
just tell-
advice.
He's
Look.
telling a secret.
It's okay, but his secret needs to be, he needs to continue his journey. He needs advice. He's
He
looking
needs
for
to keep
advice.
cheating with the sister.
But whose sex is better? I always ask that.
You think that's what it's about, Jazz?
I do.
Jasmine
I
got
do.
a real carnal. Yeah.
Mr. Anonymous, whose sex is better, your girlfriend or her sister's?
Both, actually.
Boy, what's your name, bro?
And people sometimes like the taboo of doing something that they're
Sneaking.
not supposed to be doing.
Right.
What's your name again?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I go by AB.
AB.
Don't A-B, see your way out this conversation.
That was a
All
good
right.
one.
Yeah.
That was good.
But I do want to say this. Are you willing to, just knowing that if your girlfriend finds out, it could end the relationship, are you okay with that?
I am, but I mean,
Sheesh.
I don't know. I'm kind of scared a little bit.
Why are you in a relationship? It feels like you don't even want to be.
Well, we have a 2.5-year-old.
Ooh.
Oh, you
So
you
that
buried
could
the
be-
lead. That's
Yeah, you did not tell us that. So they could be sisters and cousins if you have a kid with her sister.
Yeah, you borderline legendary, man.
he's sleeping with his daughter,
Yeah.
his
Wow.
child's auntie.
You out of control. I ain't mad at you though, man.
All right.
Live your life. Act bad.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm
Okay,
a try.
Diddy. All right, yeah, he definitely didn't tell us that part. Well,
Right.
thank you for calling and sharing with us. There's no judgment.
Jesus loves you though.
Thank you. I love Jesus too, and I love you too, Angela.
God bless you.
All right, let me mind my business. Thank you. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150. If you feel like you want to be legendary, call us up. There's no judgment ever, okay? And when we come back, we have Yeetie, and Keke Palmer is talking about discrimination at the airport. We'll tell you what has her in an uproar. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Yes.
I'm not just any brand.
I'm my own brand.
And Mano is here. New Mano!
Yeah.
And it's time for that Yeetie. All right, well, we've been talking about this. Anita Baker, she has recently said that Babyface is no longer on her tour. She said, after silently enduring cyberbullying, verbal abuse, and threats of violence from the fan base of our special guest / support act, in the interest of personal safety, I will continue the Songstress tour alone. Appropriate refunds will be made. Blessings. Well, as you know, this all started at the Prudential Center. Babyface was not able to perform in Newark because of some delays. It had to do with production. But unfortunately, on that show, Anita Baker wanted to do her full show. He had posted at that time, I am saddened by the news that he was not able to perform because, imagine this. You're a fan. You want to see Babyface.
Right.
You don't know what happened. He had to make a statement at the time letting people know that she wanted to do the full show, and due to delays, he wouldn't be able to perform. Well, now, he went on to say, I am saddened by the news that Anita Baker has decided to remove me from the Songstress tour. It's unfortunate and disheartening to see how things have played out via social media. While I was looking forward to the rest of the dates, I have nothing but love and respect for Anita, and I wish her the best for the remainder of her tour. And then he put a broken heart emoji.
Oh.
But what did he actually do?
Nothing.
She didn't appreciate his fans coming for her.
And she had asked him to tell your fans. She
To
put
back off.
Kenny's crazies are online bullies. Babyface, please call off your fans. I have been only kind and supportive of you as a special guest support of my tour. Then she said he hates Beyonce as well.
She did. Also, she said that she paid
She
him.
tried to get him attacked by the Beehive.
Yeah.
What if she would have said he hates Nicki Minaj?
Oh.
Them barbs would have lost their minds.
They would have went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She said, someone tweeted her and said, I assure you, Anita needs the money a hell of a lot more than Babyface does. And she said he was bought for $60K.
Yeah, she seems to have a real issue with Babyface. Well, Tank is now speaking out and calling out Anita Baker for kicking Babyface off the tour. Here's what he said.
It's really hard for me to stand by and let one of my heroes, one of the nicest human beings ever, just be attacked and be vilified for no reason. He apologized to his fans for not being able to perform after he was told he would not be able to perform. So somehow whatever happens after that is his fault? Now you kick him off the tour? Then I want to respect my elders, I do. But somebody got to say something. We have to protect our black women. I see where you guys are. I understand that. But who's protecting our black men, our black heroes?
And Babyface is really sweet. Tank also wrote,
crazy.
My apologies, Babyface, but I'm not as meek and mild-mannered as you are. It is a flaw of mine, but somebody has to say something.
Do you think Babyface should have stepped in and told his fans to back up off of Anita Baker?
I don't think he told people to attack her.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Number one.
But is it his job to tell them to stand down? He don't know them.
Okay. Well, no, and sometimes fans get to attack a certain person, and so they'll say you need to tell your fans to back up or whatever.
I just, what it is? I also don't like how she put Kenny's crazies are online bullies. If she wanted him to do that, she could have told him, but not on social media.
Yeah, I get you.
And then
yeah.
when she said he hates Beyonce as well, why would she say that?
How Beyonce get in?
And I can't imagine Babyface hitting anyone. I'm sorry, but actually, Babyface did an episode of Lip Service. Ari Lennox was on.
I was on the episode.
You
with
were on that episode.
Super
the
cool.
nicest, sweetest person.
Yeah.
So yes, all right. Now, Keke Palmer is alleging discrimination at the airport, and she said breast milk discrimination at the Houston airport ruined my mood. I should have popped my breast out right then because the discretion and comfort of pumping is thwarted with threats to throw out over 16 ounces of my baby's food. Why is that not a crime? I'm a mother, for crying out loud. I'm a mother.
You ever went through that, something like that?
No one's ever threatened to throw my breast milk out at the airport.
Well, the issue was the amount of breast milk permitted in carry-on. So right now, quantities greater than 100 milliliters can pass through, but she, I guess, had some pushback at screening for how much she had. But
oh, okay.
That's wild.
Yeah, and that is hard because you think about that too. If you have a baby, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you ain't trying to throw that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to.
But then I guess what do you have to do? Like put it in containers that are smaller, like several of them. I don't know, like what is supposed to happen.
Right.
But there should be some conversations about that's not easy.
Breast milk rights. For real.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. Sometimes they are, and we can't avoid that. But you need to know about these stories just as much. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Under the Radar next.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Happy Wednesday, Angela.
And Mano is here.
I wouldn't want to be nowhere else.
Today is Mano's favorite day. Tomorrow's Jasmine's favorite day, and Friday's my favorite day.
Yes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep.
Yeah, it's a hump
Hump day is whose favorite day?
Your favorite day.
Really?
I can't stop coughing, guys.
We've been noticing that cough.
You know when this happened?
When?
It's all because of the air quality. Ever since then, that's happened to me. Yes, and
you got a story about it.
This is Under the Radar.
Okay.
And the New York City zip codes with the highest numbers of asthma-related emergency room visits during last week's smoke haze were, are you surprised, disproportionately in low-income, predominantly Black and Hispanic communities. That's according to an analysis of local health department and census data by Gothamist.
Yeah, because they got us living with all this asbestos anyway.
Right, so they said across the city, asthma-related emergency department visits spiked last week, more than doubling overnight from Tuesday to Wednesday, and remained elevated in the following days. Now, research does already suggest that residents of high-poverty areas and higher-than-average non-white populations are at higher risk of premature death from air particle pollution, exposure typically linked to redlining, residential segregation, and proximity to high-traffic areas. So they said this was a perfect storm. There's the highest number of vulnerable patients in those areas. And I'm telling you, this cough really started ever since that, because I haven't had that issue.
Yeah, you haven't had that. I had that for a while. Do you have asthma?
No, I don't.
Maino, do you have asthma?
I've had bronchitis.
Once you have it, it can
never
happen
goes
again,
away.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have asthma, but
You
I
have
don't.
asthma?
Yeah,
I've never seen you with a pump.
I had it really bad as a kid, and I just kind of
grew
grew
out
out of
it?
it. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have any?
Well, they tell me I still have it and I should keep a pump, but I've been okay for a while.
And you don't keep a pump?
I do not. My mom has asthma too.
All right. UPS drivers are on track to get air-conditioned trucks for the first time. I did not know their trucks are not air-conditioned.
Oh, that's crazy. That should have, they should have been had that long time ago. How you got them guys riding around giving out all those packages in this sweaty box?
Right.
Yeah, they had a strike authorization vote underway, and union leaders and UPS announced a tentative deal to add air conditioning to their delivery trucks for the first time.
Wow.
That should be against the law. But this should be as important as the writer's strike. That's inhumane, yo.
Yeah. Yep. They've actually resisted calls to add air conditioning because, until now, because now with everything that's been happening with climate change and all of that, there's been record highs across the country. More than 100 UPS workers have been hospitalized for heat illnesses in recent years. And some have gotten so ill that they neared kidney failure.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible, yo.
Nobody has a car or drives a vehicle without air conditioning. Why would you think it would be cool to have these guys?
Well, some people, they can't afford it, too.
Right. Oh, but air conditioning comes with cars.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And the other thing is when you're doing UPS, you're moving heavy packages. That's already very strenuous.
Very.
So imagine it's hot outside. You're moving boxes. You're doing. The back of the truck is probably hot too.
Right, and opening the window doesn't help.
Be blowing hot wind.
Exactly.
And you got to wear that uniform on top. It ain't like you could have on a tank top.
Yeah, they be having their legs out like Maino though.
Yeah.
Whoa. All
right, now the scientists whose work made Ozempic possible. Ozempic is that drug that people have been taking for diabetes, but they've been using it for weight loss as well. We see all these people losing all this weight.
Right.
Is talking about the side effects for some people and why he feels like people will only end up using this for 1 to 2 years and not take it for much longer than that. So semaglutide, that's what's inside of the Ozempic and Wegovy that's being hailed as miracle drugs for diabetes and weight loss. What it does is it mimics a hunger-regulating hormone, and that has exploded in popularity. People realize that it can make you feel full for longer because what it does is it regulates the hunger signals in your brain. But it also can be a game changer for addiction, heart health, depression, and even cancer. The catch is the side effects, right? Uncontrollable diarrhea for some people.
Oh, my goodness.
For some people, it makes them downright disgusted by food. And those side effects might make it hard for people to continue taking this drug for more than a couple of years, which would mean that they would regain the weight most likely. And he also feels like it could make life miserably boring because people love to go out to eat, to get pleasure from eating.
Right.
Not just the taste of food, but also the social aspects of interacting. So people who take this, a lot of them end up not taking it anymore for those reasons, the lack of interest, but that makes life not fun.
Diarrhea has me enough to say no thank you to this.
Yeah.
And it's uncontrollable.
All right.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
What, diarrhea all the time?
Yeah,
all
Imagine
the time?
you had to run out of here right now.
Yeah, I would do it and come right back.
What if you were out, like doing
I
stuff?
don't have a problem.
What if you're on a date?
McDonald's.
What if you're in the pool?
Get out the pool, go to the bathroom.
What if you can't make it?
It's uncontrollable.
It's uncontrollable. It's not like you can stop
Where
it.
it just comes out?
Yes.
Oh, nah.
See, you were okay with
I
that.
don't think. Nah.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. We do got the Way Up mix coming at the top of the hour on a Wednesday. Let's get it popping. Also, Teri Ijeoma is going to be joining us for Wealth Wednesday today, investing in the stock market, what you need to know to take your first trade. She is the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Talk to him.
There's a video that has surfaced of him forcing himself on Sukihana. They were commentating on the Crew League basketball tournament in Atlanta over the weekend, and he's behind her. She's also sitting next to Little Duval, Funny Marco. He's rubbing her shoulders before he leans in, and then he tries to kind of move her head back to kiss her, and she actually moves away and is like, "Stop it!" And people are smiling and laughing throughout it. Eventually, he does walk away.
Sheesh.
Wow. Can't even play like that, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. And I see some people saying things like, oh, well, her music, well, the way she presents herself. I don't care if you are outside butt naked doing, nobody has the right
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do
to
with it.
touch you. That is not on
You trying to kiss me?
that
What
person.
is
That's
happening?
on you to know that you're not allowed to go and touch or violate anybody in any way.
Nobody's entitled to your space or energy, no matter what you do.
You're right.
Now, I saw on social media, somebody said, yuck, besides YK Osiris performing the actual abuse, Little Duval daring him to tongue kiss her and turning a blind eye is so disgusting. Stop giving these men platforms to abuse black women. Another person said, one is openly sexually assaulting her. The two sitting beside are looking stuck on stupid instead of checking YK Osiris, creepy rapists, and the N-words in the background just watching. I hate y'all for this. All right. And so no matter what your music is, nobody ever, no matter what you wear, no matter what you say, nobody is allowed to just try to put their hands on you and kiss you or touch you or anything or disrespect you in any way.
Right.
All right, now neither YK Osiris or Sukihana have said anything about this video yet, and there has not been a response. Now, Amber Rose said, are we really going to sit back and let this happen to Sukihana? She was sexually assaulted and no one did anything. This is the entertainment business, and she is an entertainer using her lyrics and her persona as an excuse to physically touch her and force her without her consent is absolutely disgusting. What happened to protect black women? I cried watching that video, and I'm sure a lot of women have as well.
I think it's probably triggering for women too. It kind of reminds you of things that you may have went through, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes people will be like, oh, well, if that was me, I would have did this, or
You would
well, she
hope.
didn't say this, or
Right.
she should have did this. But in a situation like that, sometimes things happen really quickly.
Yeah.
And even sometimes people get nervous, they laugh. You don't know what you might do in that type of situation.
You would hope you know how to handle it, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you freeze up.
All right. Now let's talk about Tim Anderson, MLB star Tim Anderson from the White Sox. He was in the headlines after a woman, Deja Lene, said that he was the father of her son, her unborn son at the time. And by the way, she's close friends. They always talk about this with Ari Fletcher.
Okay.
So she posted a series of images with Tim Anderson saying that he didn't make it clear that he intended to stay married because he's married. That's what the whole drama is.
Okay.
To his wife. And she was making it very clear she was never the side piece. That was never what the situation was. So now Tim Anderson is speaking about all of this. He was on the Pivot podcast, and he also had temporarily deactivated his social media accounts. People were really going in on him. Here's what he had to say on the Pivot podcast about what happened with Deja. He's married to Bria Anderson. He's been married since 2017, but apparently he did have a child.
We went to therapy, just really digging into what caused me to, go into these spaces. It's a tough conversation. It's a tough situation. I feel like we did a lot of work as far as, understanding it and showing my love to my wife and to my kids. But, it's something I'm still going through. Nobody really never understood, what I was going through when I was making those decisions. But ultimately, the goal was never to really play with anybody's feelings. It was more so, I was just trying to, find who I am.
He was trying to find who he was in someone else's
Vagina.
It happens.
I got it.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's what else he had to say as far as cheating and stepping out and having a new son, because you have to own up to that responsibility, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is my son for sure. I never once denied it. I know what it feel like not having your dad around, so 1,000%, I was there, been there, gonna always be there, and gonna always do what's right for my kids, because that's mine, regardless of what anybody says or however he came.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta respect that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it puts the whole marriage in a tough spot, but
Yeah. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? You're supposed to take care of your kid.
all right. Well,
She gonna stay.
that is your Yeetie. And by the way, shout out to SZA and Lizzo, who are going to be headlining the Made in America Festival this
Shout
year.
out to SZA.
Yes, so tickets are on sale now if you want to go to Made in America, but they are headlining this year. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And when we come back, we want to talk about secret names in your phone. Have you ever in your phone put somebody else's name because you were trying to hide something? You know, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan have their podcast now on the iHeart Network, and we're going to talk about what she said she did in the beginning of their relationship. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Happy Wednesday, Angela.
Yes, and Mano is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan have their podcast, Separation Anxiety. They just debuted that podcast. And in the first episode, Larsa says that Marcus's name was under a different name. She had an alias for him in her phone when they first started dating and their relationship was in public. Here's what she had to say.
You know, it's funny. I feel like a lot of people don't know that I could never really put you under your name on my phone. So I had you under Mark Jacob.
Yeah. That's
Like, I don't know why I had you under Mark Jacob, but like, that's what I had you on my phone because I didn't want anyone to know when you'd call me. I just wanted it to be very like.
Well, I feel like when we first started dating, it was random.
Well, a lot of times people have had fake names for people in their phones, right?
Yes.
Now, on Lip Service, I'm going to flash back a long time ago. French Montana was on, and he actually talked about how he had women saved in his phone. Do you have, like, girls' names for real in your phone, or are they fake code names?
And only because you like my sister, so like I'm gonna show you like some.
Donkey Big Booty Lust. Donkey Tokyo. Donkey Pittsburgh. Why are there two Donkey ACs?
Donkey across the street?
That's a fact. Listen, I can attest to that. He definitely fact. Right? That's a fact. In his phone, it's all donkeys.
Yeah, so it's funny because when we first had this conversation, Mano said French Montana. And you knew automatically.
I knew. Because
he was
notorious
like
for that.
Yeah, he had donkey basketball wife.
Yeah.
And then I was like, French, what is my name on your phone? But it was just my name.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think I might say Angela Lee, though. But I can't remember. Now, Mano, we're going to throw this over to you.
I bet.
Have you ever had code names in your phone?
Absolutely. I put my names under rappers.
Okay, so if
like Mace, Nas, like names like that. I got caught on the Mace one.
What happened with the Mace one?
Phone was ringing. And it said Mace. Shorty looked and was like, Mace. I don't know him to be talking to Mace like that. You know what I mean? Let me see.
Oh, let me see.
Picked up the phone, answered the phone. It was a female voice, and then came back downstairs and said, Mace calling you.
And what you said?
I said, I'll call him later.
I'll call him later. Call him back. Oh my gosh.
I'll call him back.
All right.
Big trouble.
Well, there you have it. You know what I said to Mano? I said, what if she went through your phone?
Of course you would think this.
And saw Mace and Nas texting you like, can't wait to see you, baby.
Nasty
and then be
stuff.
like, now what is going on?
Yeah,
Mace talking filthy to you.
Of course you would think. Your
What
mind
about
is
you,
crazy.
Jasmine? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, she's still doing it.
Yes. No, I'm not still doing it. I had Angela's name saved under some.
But you got my name stored under.
It just says Mano.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
but I definitely have used Angela's name for men before.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've done it.
I think I might have used your name too before.
Angela's an easy one.
Everybody uses my name.
Angela and I talk a lot, so it would always be easy.
But then,
to
do you
just,
ever get confused? Like, is this Angela for real or not really Angela?
I do. Yeah,
is this the fake Angela number or the real Angela calling?
Because
you might think it's the real Angela, and then you pick it up and it's the fake Angela.
Right.
Then
I
what?
definitely put names under male names, but you put
Jasmine.
my name under what?
Mano.
So that's why them dudes don't like me.
All the men in my life have no issue with you.
I feel like it was some energy.
How many men in your life,
Words,
Jasmine?
a lot.
Sheesh. How many Angelas you got?
All the men in my life have no problem. I don't have no man, so.
Okay.
So you do whatever you want.
I do what I want.
I
do what I want.
I date all these guys.
No, I don't.
One time this guy left his phone at my house, and So I was calling his phone. I don't know. I think I was calling his phone because I wanted to see if it was, just to see. And my name came up, but it wasn't my name.
Was it a guy's name?
No, it was actually an Asian slur.
Oh my gosh!
Say it.
Oh my, yeah, don't tell us off. Oh my, that's terrible.
I know.
Were you offended?
I was.
Or you thought it was funny?
I was like, first of all, this is a slur. Secondly, why am I not saved regular in your phone?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you tell me this before?
I don't know, but FYI, I would just put somebody's initials.
If it was donkey, would you wouldn't?
I don't have a donkey.
No, but I'm saying, but
She's like, well, that wouldn't have been me.
Yeah, it's not me. All right, well, it is a Wealth Wednesday, so when we come back, Teri Ijeoma is going to be joining us, and she is the CEO and founder of Trade and Travel. She had the #1 course on Teachable in 2020, and basically, she's going to teach people if not just investing in the stock market, but how do you trade? It's two different things. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Wealth Wednesday, baby.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the back. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Mano is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
And new
Mano.
And it is a Wealth Wednesday, and we are about to talk to Teri Ijeoma from Trade and Travel. She's the CEO. And this is something that, by the way, has been an ongoing issue. On CNBC, they had an article about how Black Americans don't participate in the stock market like we should. Right? Only 34% of Black American households are in the stock market, compared with 61% of white families. All right, that's a big disparity. And according to John Lettieri, who is the Economic Innovation Group's president and CEO, he said because Black households are less likely to be invested in the stock market and on every level less likely to be engaged in the financial system, they not only entered the pandemic with large gaps, the likelihood is that we are going to see some of these gaps widen coming out of this pandemic.
Okay.
All right. So the primary way that Americans build wealth and invest is through retirement plans. And there's been a lot of enormous disparities between Black and white Americans on that front. Only 44% of Black Americans have retirement savings account with a typical balance of around $20,000 compared to 65% of white Americans who have an average balance of $50,000 according to the Federal Reserve.
That's a gap. That's a nice gap.
So these are all numbers that we need to keep in mind while we do things like Wealth Wednesday, where we're encouraging people to learn more about finances. Sometimes what you don't know can feel intimidating to you, but even getting in a little and getting your feet wet can actually give you the confidence to be able to do more. That's how I was when it came to real estate. That's how I am when it comes to investment. That's how I am when it comes to retirement and all of that. I started off small and then managed to feel more confident to be able to do more and take more risks.
Right. Okay.
All right. So that is really why we do that. And Teri Ijeoma is the founder and the CEO of Trade and Travel. She actually quit her day job to be able to do day trading. Now, that is something that I don't know enough about, which is why I'm glad she's going to be here to educate us on that, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Every day. It takes hours.
My business partner, Meyer, did day trading. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it can, be.
It looked exhausting.
It's time consuming.
It is.
Yeah, day trading.
And so if you can learn how to do that,
a lot of money off it, though.
You can also lose.
You can lose too.
But that's why they always say, don't put up more than you can afford to lose. So it's just something that you got to be aware of. But Teri Ijeoma is going to be joining us next. It's Wealth Wednesday. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'm sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm here with my Wealth Wednesday partner, Stacey Tisdale.
Happy Wealth Wednesday, and we are trying to take our investment money way up this week.
That's right. Teri Ijeoma is here with us. Hey, Teri.
Hey, Angela. Hey, Stacey.
Hey, Teri. And Teri is the founder of Trade and Travel, and it looks like that's exactly what you are doing right now. Where are you, girl?
I am in Lisbon, Portugal.
Wow.
And right before that, I was in Florence, Italy. And before that, I was in Bali. I have been on the road like crazy, but it's been absolutely amazing.
So
it's
you're
been
really
great.
trading and traveling.
I am. Actually, like, this is so fun. I made $27,000 in my hotel room in Florence. Like, we explored Tuscany. We did a wine tour. We saw some shops and restaurants. Then I got home because in Europe, the market opens later. So I got home, looked at my stocks, and Meta was doing really well. So I traded some Meta, made $27,000, paid for the whole trip. I was like, that's why I do this. This is what trade and travel is.
Well, yeah, let's talk about trade and travel for people who maybe didn't catch our prior interviews with you, Teri. So tell us why you started trade and travel.
Sure. So I was in a job that was kind of toxic, and I had been in education for about 10 years. So for my educators, you know that sometimes you want to quit. And I needed an escape. I just wanted to have more freedom. And it was one of those things where I just needed more choices in my life. The school was good. The kids were sweet, but I just needed to be able to leave the building. So I started working on my trading even more. I've been trading now 13 years. So it's been for a while, but I was doing it as a side hustle. And I said, okay, if I could just make $300 a day, I'll be able to quit. I'll be able to leave and start traveling all over the world. And I did that, y'all. So I started traveling all over. And while I was gone, people started asking me, wait, we know you were just in education. Teach us how to do that too. So that's where trade and travel came from. I was traveling all over the world, and I was affording it by trading stocks.
We are talking to the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel, Teri Ijeoma. Can you tell us how this works too? Because I think sometimes people invest in the stock market, but they don't trade, right? Because there's a difference in letting your money sit so that you have that and the stock is growing, and trading. So can you walk us through like what that's like? If you're like, okay, I want to get $300 a day. How does a person do that?
Yeah, very different from long term.
Sure. So let's think about Meta stock. Let's think about Facebook and Instagram. They're all part of Meta, the company. Today, Meta stock moved about $3.50. So let's just say that I had invested in 100 shares of Meta, and then it went up $3.50. And at the end of the day, I sold it. Well, that would have given me a profit of $350. And I can actually take that profit, now it's called realized gains, take that profit and then move it to my regular bank account. And that's a day trade. If you get in and out in the same day, that's a day trade. But sometimes I swing trade. So for example, on this trip, I've kept some stocks in for a week or so.
And how do you know what stock you plan to invest in? How can you predict? Because, I mean, of course, nothing is foolproof. But for you, what's your method?
So disclaimers is for educational purposes only, but I've actually been trading about 30 stocks for the last 13 years.
You've been riding the same 30 stocks?
Same 30. For the most part, I really like tech. So you'll see my portfolio is pretty tech heavy. Like you'll see Amazon, Meta, Adobe. I also like the semiconductors, so a little bit of the chips that go in your phone, a little bit of NVIDIA and AMD. And then food-wise, I like Chipotle because I like to eat it, but then also the stock as well. I got a little bit of everything, but once I pick those stocks, I ride with them.
Just so people know, there's a potential that sometimes you might pick a stock and it doesn't do what you wanted it to do. Because it's always a risk. So it's not like, hey, I'm going to get Meta and it's always going to go up and then I can day trade that. That doesn't always happen. And second thing I want to ask you is Amazon. I saw Jeff Bezos bought one share of Amazon stock. I don't know. Did you see that story that he bought one share? And that's the first share he's bought in over 20 years of Amazon. Why would he do something like that?
You know what's crazy? Amazon has been one of my ride or die. So Amazon is the stock that I made $1 million in a day with. But then also Amazon is the one that really hurt me last year. Amazon lost a lot in the bear market of 2022. So you just have to, that's why I love being a trader, because we can kind of get in and out of stocks instead of just riding them for the long haul and having no control. Mm-hmm. So I'm for it. If he bought one, let's go Amazon.
We are talking to the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel, Teri Ijeoma.
You have helped, and in reality here, let's back up a bit. You've been on CNBC, you've been on Forbes, you've been on every show. You've helped over 35,000 students. You did not grow up in stocks. Someone hearing this for the first time and saying, I want to do this too, how did they get started? And first of all, tell them what they need to know, what you teach them, and how they got started.
Sure. Well, and let me clarify with CNBC, I haven't been on there yet, but it is one on my wish list. So hopefully it'll come up soon.
CBS, my mistake.
Yep.
Okay.
Bloomberg, Good Morning America. Yes, I've been on all of those.
Yeah.
So here's what I say when we think about getting started. Back when I was in high school, Google had their initial public offering. So they had gone public and started offering shares of their company. And I was dying to get in. And when I was a senior in high school, I had just done this summer program learning about stocks. I said, okay, well, I want to get in. So I went to my teachers, I went to my grandmother, and nobody knew how to get in. So what I wish they had told me, because back then Google was $83 a share. It ran up to over $3,000. I missed out on over $500,000 of profit. If I had just been able to invest when I wanted to at 17, that would have set me up so much better. But okay, so here's the things I wish that they had told me. I wish they told me how to open up a brokerage account. It's just like opening up a checking account or a savings account, but you need a certain type of account in order to trade stocks. So I wish they knew how to do that. Then we have to think about the stock. So I wanted to invest in Google. You have to know the ticker symbol. So I wish they would have told me, like, how do you research that? How do you know a little bit more about what you're investing? And then I wish they would have told me how to actually enter the trade. All right, Teri, you want some Google? This is how you actually place the trade to buy the shares of Google. You know, I didn't know any of that. And then you need to know how to sell it. Like, how do you actually exit the trade?
Yes.
I have so many students that come to me and they're like, Teri, I think I'm making money, but I don't know how to get out. So I wish they had told me. Those are the steps you need to really get started.
It's a Wealth Wednesday, and Teri Ijeoma is here. We're going to learn more about how you can actually learn how to trade stocks so that you can perhaps not have to have a day job. That could be your day job. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and it is a Wealth Wednesday. And I have my girl, Stacey Tisdale, here, of course. She's my Wealth Wednesday partner. We're talking to Teri Ijeoma. She's the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel. Teri, let me ask you about, because there's a lot of information out there about trading stocks, right? You can go on YouTube. You can find it. What's different about actually signing up for your class to learn how to do it?
Well, the 35,000 people who signed up, they've told me a couple things. One, they've said it's about the convenience. So when you're going on YouTube, it takes a lot of time. You don't know really who to trust. You don't know which person is going to give you the right information. So there's just an ease of having it all in my trade and travel class, or even in the Take Your First Trade class that we're going to allow everybody to be a part of. There's an ease of having everything in one place. Two, I was in education for 10 years, and I've been called the teacher's teacher. Many of the people that you all see teaching, I've taught them. And then I think some of it too is just, I know where everybody's been. Like, I've lost, I've made money, I've been through all the emotional parts of trading. Like, trading can be emotional. So I think that too, having somebody who you can trust to say, okay, this is what it's going to feel like. This is what I should do. So all of those are the reasons why people like my class versus just YouTube.
You said you created this for people who were losing. Tell us, we want to tell people how they can sign up for this amazing program you've created, but just tell us a little bit about, have you ever lost financially in your trading journey?
Oh, yes. Of course I've lost. Yes. I have totally lost. And you know what?
When you started, correct? Like, because a lot of people are going to be starting this for the first time and making those mistakes. How did that work out for you?
Sure. So one of the reasons why I'm really passionate about helping people that lose is because the first 6 years that I was trading, I didn't know what I was doing. And I had gone to MIT, so I felt like I could make my own algorithm. So I was like, I can definitely master this. But instead of mastering it, I was just losing. Like, I would make some, and then I'd lose more, and then I'd make some. So it was this cycle. And I know a lot of people have felt that if they've been trading. They might have made a little bit of money, and then it went away. So I think about me and the first 6 years of me trading and how I wish that someone had just come in and taught me, because there's so many little things, like the fact that you can use a stop loss to protect yourself from losing, or even quantity size. There's little things that if I had just known that one nugget, it would have saved me so much money. So that's why I'm passionate. And then to your question of have I lost? Of course I have. Everything that you invest in is a risk. But like I said, some of my biggest losses taught me the biggest lessons. So all of the things I teach in my class about risk management came from lessons I personally learned.
We are talking to the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel, Teri Ijeoma.
And your class, it's investyourwayup.com. That's how people can find it. We love that title.
Yes.
Investyourwayup.com. And I know you're actually offering a 75% discount to the Way Up audience. We thank you so much for that. And we're really grateful for that.
And I want to be on this next trip. Like, I want to go to Portugal. I want to go
We're both going on the next trip. Definitely both
Come
going
on,
the
come
next
on.
trip.
I still want to do the pyramids. I want to do India. So come on. And then to the point of the challenge. So yes, I created this quick starter, and it was to help people start fast. Like, so many people are like, Teri, I'm a novice. I don't know anything. Where do I start? This is the thing that will help you. It's 5 videos, the first 5 steps that you need in order to start trading. And by the end of it, you will actually have taken your first trade. You will have bought a share and sold a share, so that in the future, if you're like me, wanting to invest in Google, you'll know what to do.
Why was that?
Investyourwayup.com.
Why was that important to you? Because I know Angela was mentioning all the information out there, like on YouTube and stuff, showing people, but you literally walk people through opening account, the information that they'll need to follow stocks, and the 5 days you take your first trade. Why was that important to you to actually walk them through instead of just tell them how to do it?
The biggest question that I get is, how do I get started?
Yeah.
Teri, I've been interested for a long time, but I don't know where to start. Oh, this looks too confusing, too complicated. How do I do it? So I just wanted to take them by the hand and just really walk them all the way through. And even for a lot of my trade and travel students, so we go deeper. We go into how do you make consistent income so that you can potentially leave your job, or maybe just so you can pay off your house or do something big. But when you're first starting, you need that little push, that nudge to say, okay, let me get over my fear, get over myself. It's not that hard, and just take that first trade. So that's why it was really important to me.
All right. Well, Teri Ijeoma, thank you. And I know you're on your trip right now, so back to the travels. But again, you can go to investyourwayup.com and take your first trade.
And look at you, trading and traveling and living the dream.
Woohoo. See y'all. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, coming up next, we do have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is a number. We are here to help. Me and Jasmine Brand are here on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Relationship or career advice. Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
An award-winning advice giver, Mano, is here.
Award-winning.
And we have a caller on the line. Mark, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Angela, Jasmine, Mano? What's good?
Hey.
What's happening?
What's your question today for Ask Ye, Mark?
I just got out of a relationship. Been out of it for 5 years with my ex-wife.
Okay.
Baby mother. We got 3 kids. Oldest is 20. My daughter just turned 18 yesterday. But we've been separated. I got a new girl. You know, she's from the Bronx. We've been rocking for 2 years. And it's getting childish and petty. She's 10 years younger. You know, I'm 38. She's 28.
Okay.
You know, I rock with it, but it's just like they stuck on some childish, like, for example, you can't see your baby mother. My kid's grown. She feels some type of way. It's like, no, you got to let that go. And I need to know how to come at it better, because I'm just so used to that toxic, bad energy, ready to fight, curse out.
Now, okay, a couple of things here. Why does she not want you to see your ex? Is there any reason for it? Because sometimes people are just unreasonable, but sometimes they have a valid reason. So,
honestly, I can't even say why, because it's not like she's a rebound at all. Me and my wife, we separated 5 years, and then we were talking to her. It's just that I believe, like, during the beginning of the relationship, I never told her I was married. She just knew I just had a baby mother. You know, then she found out, you know, I was married. You know, I had 3 kids. But that still has nothing to do with, you know, my feelings towards my baby mother and what we got going on now.
Right. Well, Mark, and you did, okay, and
like,
thank you for your honesty there. You definitely should have gave her a heads up if you were married when you guys first got together, because sometimes you set the stage for things.
Yeah.
And you might not have thought it was a big deal, but in her head it's a bigger deal now because you didn't tell the truth about it. Now, is everything okay with your kids, though? Like with you being able, because they're grown, 18, 20, I don't know how old the third one is, but are you straight with that?
14. Yeah, all of them, they all good. We good. I live with me and my 18, 20-year-old, we live together. Mm-hmm. My daughter and the youngest, they live with the mother.
Okay.
We live in the same state. We in Jersey. But it's like,
you think your girlfriend is just immature. She's 28 years old and she's jealous. She doesn't want you to see your ex at all, period? And what other things is she doing that's immature?
I mean, it's just like nitpicking fights. Anytime we get in an argument, she goes, "Oh, what, you talking to your baby mother again? Y'all must be on good terms." And it's like, I'm on some. Why are you even bringing her up? She's not even a thought or or reason.
Man, tell her to deal with it, bro. Like, that's your life. It is what it is. You got to stand on business. Listen. This is what my life is. Either you understand or you out, man. Like, you ain't gotta stay in a situation and deal with people energy because they don't understand how your life is.
Right.
Have you had a conversation with her and told her like we got to get past this?
Jasmine, I told her like, yo,
man, tell her beat it.
I tell her every time like, I got
it's over.
nothing to do. I don't got nothing to do with my baby mother. It's me and you, like.
Right.
You know what? I think you should ask her, what is it that I could do that will make you not always start these fights? Well, don't use the word always because they say don't do that in an argument. But what is it that I can do to make you feel more comfortable with this situation? Because I am, at times, we do have children together. So we have a 14-year-old.
Right.
So it's illogical for me to not communicate with her. But what is it that I can do so that you can be more comfortable with how we interact with each other? And if what she says is reasonable, then I think part of it is compromise, right?
Right.
And so if what she says is reasonable to you and you really do it, then she has no reason to complain and to start a fight. This is what you asked me to do, and I'm following the protocol of what it is that you need. Now, here's what I need for you to do in order for this to work. Because when she tells you what she needs, you need to let her know what you need. What I need is for you to be supportive of me being a good father to my children and being a good co-parent. It's not good for my kids to see their parents not getting along with each other and not being adult. I don't want my kids to grow up and have a toxic relationships like I've been having.
Right.
And so that's important to me because that comes first. Your family, your relationship with your children, which also trickles down to the relationship with their mom, is important because you are setting a groundwork for what their relationships are going to be like in the future when they one day have a partner.
Now, after you say all that and she still don't understand, you know what you got to do, right?
She out of there, man.
She out of there. Out of there.
I hear that.
But you know, that's when you leave it up to her if this relationship is not going to work. You know, it's up to you now, right? You told me what you needed me to do. I'm doing what you need me to do. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to meet me halfway with that as well. If you can't do that, we can't be together.
Hey, I hear that. Hopefully that works to do something because I'm just trying to be a different person and try to change and show people. You know what I mean? We ain't got to go that toxic route. I want to be healthy.
It's exhausting.
You know?
Nobody wants to. We got to deal with so much in life, with work, with holding down families, with outside every day watching the news.
Right.
Nobody wants to deal with that in their relationship.
Short to have to deal with all that. You have to put up with that.
Good luck.
I appreciate it, yo. Mano, keep doing your thing.
My guy.
Mano.
Yeah.
Keep judging.
Keep judging.
Bye, Mark.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Mark.
You're a legend.
All right, well, that was ASCII, and when we come back, we have Last Word. Every day, you guys get the last word. 800-292-5150. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and the whole crew is here. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand.
Yes.
New Mano,
baby.
Y'all been taking all kind of days.
Oh.
It's rare that not everybody's together.
I know. You're
she
right.
doesn't come to work like that.
Mano, you missed a whole week.
Life was life, and I was out there graduating.
I was just being a mom.
All right, well, listen, if y'all want to complain about that too, or you have any comments, or you want to leave your last word, you can go on the iHeartRadio app, and only iHeartRadio lets you do the talkback anytime you want. It's the talkback mic. So when you go on the app and listen to this station, there's a little mic. It's so easy. You click on the mic and you can leave a message. Jasmine does it all the time. That's how she actually snitches on everything that's going on.
I call in and I snitch.
All right, so you can talk back for free only on your free iHeartRadio app. So make sure y'all check that out. Also, thank you to Teri Ijeoma for joining us. She's the founder and CEO of Trade and Travel. It was a Wealth Wednesday. We appreciate that. And listen, had a good time. Thank you, Mano, for your honesty today.
What was I honest about?
About putting different names in your phone.
Mace and Nas and
yeah.
Angela Yee.
Angela Yee. We all use Angela Yee here.
But it's good. I'm glad that it's okay for me to call you. No matter who you're dating.
If
Angela Yee calls, no problem.
Good.
No problem.
Everybody's good. Jasmine can call. Everybody's good.
It's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mano no longer has to hide.
Mano said, don't look at my phone because you're going to see something. Guaranteed, you look at my phone, you're going to see something, so don't even look. Or go ahead and look. Just know you're going to see something, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, listen, living honestly is a wonderful feeling.
Right, it's freedom.
Freedom. All right, well, thank you guys. And thank all of our honest listeners who called in for Tell Us a Secret, too.
Yeah.
And some legends called in.
A couple potential legends in there.
Some potential legends.
One time we'll have Mano not judge during one segment.
I don't know. And he always tries to get people to say their name.
See, and here's the thing, though. You see the tides are turning right now, man. They want judgment.
All right.
Anyway, y'all, I cannot wait to see y'all tomorrow. And again, you can always use that talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app, or you can call us at 800-292-5150. Here's the last word.
Hi, Andrew Yee. Congratulations on your show. This is Sherry Britton. I would like to shine a light on Kenneth Britton, my husband, who has had my back through thick and thin. He been through everything with me. My gambling problems, losing all our money. But he stayed in with me, and I appreciate that. So, thank you.
Yeah, man. This GK. I got somebody's wife pregnant. I don't know what to do, because she want to keep the baby.
I was calling about leaving a secret, and my secret is I can on command, and my stripper name is Magnolia Thunder.
I've been sleeping with my girlfriend's mom for about 9 months now. It's just eating me up. I wanted to confess it to someone, so that's my confession. I've been sleeping with my girlfriend's mom.
You tapped in and way up with Angela Yee.